Hi, welcome to HeKate's Crossing. Okay, I want to do a spring reading. I'm going to use the HeKate Tarot because I want to sort of think about what am I decluttering from my life to enable growth. Okay, so this is enable. What am I spring cleaning from my journey, if you like? So what we're doing, this is just an example of what a spring reading will be. If you choose to do a reading with me on Ko-Fi, so the link is down below or on my channel for Ko-Fi. So let's have a look and see my spring cleaning. What am I decluttering from my life to enable growth and things to blossom in my journey. Now, this reading can be customized to your question, of course, but for me today, for an example of what okay, so using the HeKate Tarot, I'm going to do I'm not sure if this is actually going to fit. So I will take a photo and put it on the for some reason I can't quite get a good okay, so let's start from the top. Ace of Swords. So really I'm about decluttering the mind, clearing away all the chaos, the confusion, everything going on in the mind. That's what the spread's about. It's really about clearing away all that stuff that we're holding on to in regards to our thoughts and opinions and things going on like that. Here we've got the Three of Pentacles. So it's about recognizing our skills and our abilities to enable us to actually move forward on this process. Maybe we need to get a little bit of support. Maybe we need to work in a group with other people. It could be really important. Here we have the Two of Pentacles. So we need to look at maybe what are we juggling at this time as well. What are our priorities? What's important to us at the moment? It does feel like we've got a lot of stuff going on which we need to sort of juggle and prioritize. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles, so maybe we need to be nurturing in a sort of a business. Maybe we need to be a little bit more organized and sorted, is what I'm getting here from the Queen of Pentacles. So here we've got the Queen of Swords, so we need to really think deeply. We need to nurture and look at the facts of what's actually going on for us. Okay. Here we've got the Three of Swords. Maybe we need to deal with some heartbreak and some sorrow as we're decluttering. There might be some things that we need to sort of let go of that's causing us a little bit of scary stuff. Okay, here we've got a sense of Obscurity. So Obscurity, these are extra cards from the HeKate Tarot. So Obscurity says, what's hidden? What are we not really looking at? What are we not facing? What's not out in the open that we need to actually look at? And here we've got the sense of clarity. So we're needing to take a moment, take a breath, and try and find the sense of clarity in this journey that we're moving through. So here we've got Four of Wands. So maybe it's about celebrating our achievements. Maybe with sense of, oh, I need a sense of contract, an agreement of where we're going, of what we need to do. Maybe there needs to be a commitment to achieve our goals. Here we've got the Ace of Cups. So we've got to open ourselves up to love. Maybe this is about new beginnings, a sense of love, opening ourselves to our emotions. Trying to find a sense of equilibrium, knowing our actions have consequences in that as well, which is super important. And here we've got Nine of Swords. So we might be finding this whole process stressful and overwhelming. So it does feel like it's very mental. There's a lot of thought, a lot of ideas and plans need to come into fruition. We need to look at the facts of the situation, which seems really important. Does feel like we need to keep our feet firmly on the ground as well. Do need to find a sense of drive and a sense of putting our emotions to one side, which seems quite important as well in the process. So we're looking at it, and I could go into a lot more depth, of course, a lot more in what's actually going on here. Does feel like there's a whole sense of needing to clutter. It just feels like there's a whole lot of chaos. Our thoughts are crazy at the moment. We are feeling quite heartbroken and betrayed. There does seem to be some stress and worry in regards to the whole situation. So it is about asking for support as we declutter the thoughts and things going on. Maybe we need to talk to somebody to get that clarity in what's actually going on. So interesting. So there's some real thought to go into this process as well. We do need to make sure that we've got clarity and things happening. Here we need to look at what's influencing us at this time as well. And maybe we need to face those things that we're clinging on to. That definitely seems important. This is Echoes of Nature, by the way. Does feel like we need to open our hearts to love in many ways. It does feel like there is that whole opening ourselves up to our emotions, our dreams, our goals. You know, what do we want to actually achieve in the relationship aspects? Maybe open ourselves up to relationships as well is going to help with the declutter. There's definitely a lot of changes happening in this process as well. It does feel like there's a lot, and it might come from meditation. To have the changes that we actually need, we may need to go through a lot of meditation and reflection in this process, which is super, super important here. Maybe we need to be a little bit sly, a little bit clever with this process within ourselves as we sort of declutter and get ourselves into a much better headspace. You know, we might need to be quite clever in how we process this. We ask for help. You know, be careful about when I get this sense about being careful about not taking shortcuts. Sometimes this is a process that's going to take its time. We've got to take our time and enjoy, not really enjoy the process, but really face our adversities, enable us to actually, you know, what are we scared of? What are we afraid of? And how can we actually achieve what we need to do to allow ourselves to have the opportunities that we need? And I get the sense of needing to feel grounded, allowing ourselves to sort of trust in our gut instinct and what's actually going on, allowing ourselves to sort of open our heart and bear the necessities to allow us to move ahead in the process. So here we got this commitment. Again, I get the sense of contract, commitment, because this journey is going to be quite long in the process. It does feel like we have to have a plan to, you know, whether that's, you know, writing down the plan, having like a vision board, being able to actually focus on what's super important to us at this time. It might be about asking for some help, some guidance from our angels, being able to allow ourselves the process to actually move ahead in the direction that we actually want at this time. And it could be maybe focusing on a crystal is going to enable us to do that. So let's have a look and see what crystal are we going to focus on. Amber, which talks about ancient wisdom. So it's about the knowledge that comes from the past, that comes from within us, maybe from our ancestors, again from the angels. Let's have a look and see what our affirmation is in regards to Amber. So let's have a look here. Amber. Okay, it's the earth heart chakra and the root chakra. My past informs me, but does not define me. Okay, so let's have a look and see what the message of Amber actually is. Amber has come to you today to encourage you to seek out pre-existing knowledge and experience that you can use in your current situation. Very little under the sun is truly new, and chances are there are others who have already solved the problem or situation you are facing. By seeking out those with prior experience or information, you can significantly reduce the amount of time and energy you will need to expend to experience the shift you wish to make. So this can come from asking for support, asking others to help you. So that's where Amber is going to give you the courage to do that, which is super, super important, which is really important. So let's have a look and see what animal is going to help you deal with this situation, which is super important. Let's deal with talking about animals, aren't we? So let's have a look. She whispers the truth from Hand Me That Pencil. That's the deck I'm going to use to gain information. So let's have a look at this for further information here. So which animal is going to guide us through this journey? Okay, we've got the cow here, which is talking about selfless, devoting time in my life to helping others nourish them on their own journey offers my soul joy and gives me purpose. So it could be looking at, as you're decluttering your life and things like that, it could be a sense of actually taking care of yourself as well, but also looking at how you can take care of others, and that's going to help you in the process. So it could be about sort of not thinking too much as you're decluttering your life and actually doing other things. You actually got to think about how you can actually help others as well. That's going to be really important. And you've got the koi here, which talks about advance, about moving forward. Pursuing my goal is a rewarding pursuit, aided by strong, again I get this sense of working in a group. So working with, aided by strong teamwork, working with a group mentality offers unlimited abundance in my life. So yes, working with others, being compassionate, so maybe getting a group of people together to actually help you to help others is actually going to help yourself declutter the things that aren't important in your life. Even though some of those things might seem important, it might cause you a little bit of heartbreak, a little bit of panic in a way, it is going to allow you to move forward on this journey. So let's have a look, using the Mirror Key Tarot, let's have a look and see if we have any further information that's going to guide us through this process. So what further information are we going to have to move forward on this journey? Okay, so the card that flew out here was the Eight of Cups. So looking at the things that we actually need to walk away from, there does seem to be some stuff that we actually need to let go of, we need to walk away from, or walk towards new things. Here we've got Eight of Swords, so maybe to stop feeling that sense of restriction. Maybe, you know, as we're trying to walk away from the chaos, there is something that seems to be restricting us, and we need to look at that quite strongly so that we can move forward in this process. And we might find it with a bit of conflict going on. There could be some battles, whether somebody else is holding us back, or a thought or opinion, or, you know, what everybody else expects. It might be about looking at the sense of what are we focusing on? Are we focusing on the negative aspects in our life, or are we focusing on the more positive aspects in our life? Are we so busy focusing on what we don't have that we're bringing more of that energy into our life instead of we're focusing on what's possible, what we could achieve? Oh, so here we've got the sense of maybe going through, we've got the Hermit here, so it's about meditation, reflection, being able to find ourselves looking at the lessons that we're learning, to be able to again find the light out of the darkness. It does seem to be a lot about looking at things from a different perspective, being able to see things maybe from a different angle is going to allow us to actually move forward on this process. So it could be, yeah, that's looking at what do we actually want in our life, what do we actually want to achieve, which is super important. 1 minute, just got to sort out the cat. Okay, that's done with Smokey. Right, what were we up to? So we were looking at that sense of what do we actually need, what do we actually want to bring into our life. We've got the Seven of Pentacles there. Here we've got the sense of maybe we have an opportunity arising. Maybe we need to look at things from a practical point of view here. Allowing us to actually take some time out for ourselves as well is okay. So working with others, helping others, doing things, working in a group and all that's good, but we also need to find time for ourselves. That's going to be super, super important. And it's about, like for me with the Page of Wands here, has the sense of being able to have the motivation and the drive to keep moving forward, to get the information that you need, to have that passion to be able to achieve what you actually want to achieve. And that all comes from being within oneself. So hopefully this has sort of given us an idea about decluttering from our journey in so many different ways. So really, really interesting to look at. We've got a lot of fives here, a lot of eights, so it does feel like there's a lot of movement going on. It does feel like there's a lot of but there's also some obstacles and some challenges that we actually need to get through. It is quite a majory type of situation going on. It does feel like there's a lot of major stuff happening as well. So as I said, the animals to work with is the cow and the koi. So it's about working with other people as well, making sure that you have that compassion to work with other people and to be able to move forward by working in a group is super important as well. Working with amber. So that's connecting to amber, and that's going to be the root chakra, and it's also working with the earth heart, so the heart of the earth as well, bringing up all that energy from the earth so that you're able to gather the wisdom of others. This is about working with other people. Again, asking for help, asking for support is going to be super, super important. Maybe connecting with your angels. Have a commitment to yourself to move across this journey with a plan. Make sure that you write down where you need to go, what your goals are, what's actually happening. Don't take the shortcut. There are opportunities available to you, so you really need to open your eyes to that possibility, allowing yourself to be a little bit clever in the way that you move through this process, and I think that's part of the planning process as well. It can come from meditation as well, a lot of meditation, a lot of reflection, contemplation, a lot of allowing yourself to transform, to make those changes that are really, really important by opening your heart. Okay, you need to open your heart to possibilities by facing your adversity, by facing your demons, if you like, facing those things that influencing you in many ways, which are super, super important. So we've got the sense of, again, I feel like it's about working. I think you need to ask for help. You do need to get some support, to get that clarity. Look at what's been hidden from yourself as well. Look at your actions and what the consequences are from those actions is super important as well. And allow yourself the ability to deal with any challenges or any obstacles that seem to be coming your way as well. It does feel like there's a lot of trying to find a sense of clarity through all this. So that's why I think the planning is so important, to remove that confusion, dealing with the sense of help, you know. And I get that thing of finding what your priorities are, what's super, super important to you. You know, what are you juggling? What's got you so wound up in stress and worry that you really need to look at nurturing your health as well through this process. Maybe come from quite a practical point of view. It does feel like there's a lot of nurturing your mind, body and spirit, nurturing yourself in many ways as you deal with having to declutter, and that could cause you some stress, some worry in some way. So quite an interesting combination of cards in many ways as we look through at the Mirror Key Tarot. I know there's quite a lot of cards here, which gives us quite a big aspect, and I've just marked them all up, and I was supposed to take a photo of them all. But anyway, so that's it from me in doing this. Of course, if it was a personal reading for you, I would spend a lot more time in explaining the cards, maybe, and making sure you have the clarity, making sure your question is answered as well. And this, I don't have a question because it was for myself. Didn't really have a super clear question, just basically what do I need to declutter, what do I need to do to achieve that, and how do I move forward on this journey, which seems super, super important. And I have just messed up all the cards that I wanted to use for the photo. So that's it from me. Don't forget to check the Ko-Fi link if you want a reading with me with this spring in the southern hemisphere spread. What do we need to declutter so that we can allow things to bloom and develop within our own journey? So that's it from me. Take care and blessed be.